Halo, halo, witam was moi kochani bardzo serdecznie, jestem Marcisław, wy jesteście wy, a oto jest... Oto jest mój mikrofon, który mi stoi na drodze do oświetlenia i oświetlenie, któremu się abażur rozjebał. W ten sposób... Kurwa, stój! No cóż, tak to jest jak całym moim softboxem jest jedna lampka nocna, która znajduje się z tyłu biurka i abażur zrobiony z paczki po żelkach. Bycie biednym. A tam nie aż tak biednym. Poza tym to nie jest najgorsze oświetlenie. Nawet całkiem niezłe, tak mi się wydaje. Cóż, moi drodzy, w poprzednim odcinku dostaliśmy się do wieży, w której to William prowadził swój dziennik najwyraźniej. I okazuje się, że według Williama rodzina Gordonów jest przeklęta. O, muzyka. I to przekleństwo ciągnie się aż od założycieli rodu, czyli od Mordreda i... Jak się nazywał brat Mordreda? Nieważne, przez ich bratobójczą walkę i no, klątwy, te sprawy, co prowadzi do tego, że każdy członek rodziny w pewnym momencie zaczyna postrada zmysły. Dobra, ale jesteśmy tutaj zamknięci, musimy się jakoś wydostać. Skrzynia ani drgnie, co nie? Ale oczywiście zero klucza. Tu nic nie widzę. A przynajmniej nic... No nie ma nic. Ani jednego przedmiotu. Gdzie coś jeszcze może być? Szafka. No tutaj też tak ni cholery nie ma. A może mogę wyjść? Może po prostu drzwi są otwarte, tylko mi się wydawało, że są zamknięte. Czy coś mogę zrobić? Mogę coś z czymś połączyć? To mi nic nie da, bo to już w sumie... Czekajcie, mam czarną kulę, która... Jak ją połączę z dziwnym obiektem, to mi nic nie da. Czarna wieża. Nigdzie jej nie mogę postawić. Coś tu jeszcze musi być. Albo po prostu mam użyć czegoś w ekwipunku.
It's strange to the touch. As though I've heard that melody somewhere before.
O! Noż kurwa! Patrzcie. Naciskam prawym guzikiem na wieżę, a z niej wysuwa się nóż. Fajna rzecz. Tylko po cholerę mi nóż. Mam się uszkodzić tym nożem, czy co? Drzwi otworzyć? Nożem?
Try to push the latch open. Success.
Sukces. Okej, no to wychodzimy.
I don't think I can find anything more in here. I'm feeling so strange.
Może dlatego, że złapałeś tą kulę, której nie powinieneś. Niby zemdlała stoi.
Sir, you're awake at last.
Zepsuła się animacja.
Worry that something might have happened to you.
What happened to you, Samuel?
I don't know. All of a sudden, my head started to ache vigorously. I cannot remember anything after that. How did I make it to my room?
Bates found you lying unconscious in the attic.
Yes, I was going to tidy up there when I saw you lying on the floor. I hurried to get Sir Robert, and then we carried you to your bed so that you could have a rest.
I told you, Samuel, that you should take a rest after such a long journey.
Perhaps you are right. I have no idea what happened. I vaguely remember having a strange dream, but I cannot figure out what it means.
Important thing is that you're all right.
Yes, that's true.
It would be best for you to sleep for a while.
This time, I will follow your advice, Robert.
Good. We shall leave you alone then. If it gets worse, come see me.
Thank you. Hopefully I will be all right now.
Come, Bates. We shall leave Samuel to his rest.
Yes, sir.
Robert is right. I should take a rest. Tomorrow I'll find out more than today.
Dzień drugi. Rozdział drugi. Tak, rozdziałów jest, wydaje mi się, 7. Albo i nawet mniej. Cóż, dzień 7, nowe możliwości. Po pierwsze, doktor Herman wraca do swojego biura. Rozdział drugi, Back to the Light. No, doktor Herman wraca do swojej przychodni. I możemy z nim tam porozmawiać o... fragmenty snu. Klucz na dnie jakiegoś wody. Trup. Ktoś umarł. Czy to jest... Był Henry?
I had a terrible dream. In the morning, my thoughts were interrupted by a knock at the door.
Toż to Bates.
Sir! Sir! Open up!
What's going on, Bates?
Open up, sir! I have to tell you something.
Hold on, Bates. I'm there in a moment. What's the matter then?
It's horrible, sir. Henry, our gardener. They found him in the garden pond.
Calm down, Bates. What are you talking about?
They found him dead this morning in the pond. I know what I am saying. I saw his body being dragged out.
How did it happen?
I have no idea. Detective Collier will tell you that. He has been questioning everyone for quite some time now, and he wants to speak to you too. He did not give any of us a chance to recover from the shock, not even Madam.
Where will I find him?
He's waiting for you in the common room. We had better go there right away, sir.
All right, let's go.
No to idźmy.
Detective Collier.
Yes. Samuel Gordon, I presume. I need to speak with you. Mr. Gordon, do you know what happened?
Yes, Bates told me everything.
Good. I need to ask you a couple of questions. Shall we begin?
Yes.
Did you speak with Henry Stanton yesterday?
Yes, I only arrived yesterday, but I spoke with him during the day.
Oh, you arrived yesterday.
Yes, to attend William's funeral.
I understand. What did you speak with Stanton about?
I don't know exactly. It was a very trivial conversation.
Had you known him from before?
No, I only knew Mr. Dickens, who was Henry's predecessor.
That was before you left the manor.
Yes, about 12 years ago.
Okay, let's return to your conversation with Stanton yesterday. Did he seem strange to you? Nervous or disturbed?
No, nothing like that. He behaved normally.
So, you are saying that he seemed normal?
Right.
I spoke to Morris, your groom, before this interview. He told me that Stanton would often have a bit too much to drink.
Yes, I have heard the same.
Madame Victoria has also confirmed it.
What do you make of it?
Well, they found him in the garden pond, tangled up in algae. I don't know yet how he ended up in there, but the most likely explanation is that it was on account of his drunken state. He might have bumped into something, lost his balance, and fallen into the water.
Maybe. But don't you think the water would have awakened him?
No, exactly the opposite. It was water that caused his death. He fainted, fell into the pond, and the cold water did its thing.
Stopped his heart?
He wouldn't be the first drunkard to have drowned like this. What's ironic, however, is that it didn't happen in a lake or a river, but in a little bit of water in the back garden. Oh well, no man can choose his death. If there is nothing you need to ask, I won't be keeping you any longer.
Thank you.
I have all I need for now. Would you please see me out?
Certainly. Follow me, Detective.
I will now wait for Dr. Herman's report and close this case. Thanks for your time, Gordon.
You're welcome, Detective.
Goodbye.
Collier wants to close the case. Now that Henry is dead, I've got to find a way to obtain the second part of that strange object.
A właśnie, bo Henry zginął, a miał nam oddać weksel. Cóż, trzeba szukać weksla w takim razie. Czyżby założył kaptur? A no, Samuel założył kaptur. No cóż, idziemy szukać. Patrzcie, jak się zmieniło otoczenie. Zobaczmy w rozdarniaczu, co jest.
It's full of rainwater. It will have to be cleaned before it can be used again.
Aha. Wory, worki.
The leaves will begin to rot soon. The bags are soaked badly. Perhaps Henry forgot to burn the leaves. He will take over his job now that this thing has happened.
A może ty coś zrobisz, co? Zablokował się o rozdrabniacz. No cóż. Dobra, czas przejrzeć się. Muzyka w tej grze naprawdę jest przyjemna. Szkoda tylko, że rzadko gra.
Nothing but leaves.
Okej, szafka. Metalowa skrzynia. Skrzynka. Bardziej szkatułka nawet. Sznurek i piersiówka.
It's closed and probably full of whiskey. Henry hid it
Whiskey?
here so as not to carry it.
A jakaś dobra whisky, czy jakiś czterolatek?
It's full
Puszka.
of clean water. I don't want to water anything. They're empty, ready for planting in.
Czekajcie, przypomina mi się z tego snu. Tu jest szuflada, a w niej...
Gardening tools and small tubes with fertilizer. I can't see a bill of exchange anywhere. Where could Henry have put it?
A może je schował w tamtej szkatułce, do której nie mamy klucza, ale klucz jakiś we śnie widzieliśmy. Ej, w stawie. Pewnie go nie wyłowili. Ciekawe, czy oszczyścił fontannę chociaż. Patrząc na sen, to nie.
Henry's body was tangled up in algae when they found him. How could he possibly have drowned in this, though? I shouldn't have made Henry clean the fountain. How could I have known that something like that would happen?
Sam to chciałem powiedzieć, ale...
The water is murkier than yesterday. The water is
Jezu, to weź coś, złap jakieś narzędzie.
Something is glittering at the bottom.
A dobra, drugi guzik.
What could it be? Something black. The water.
Aj, sam nie wy... Zaraz. Swoją drogą, ta czarna wieża z nożem w środku. Fajna rzecz. Tylko dlaczego cały czas ją nosimy ze sobą? Nie mamy niczego, czym moglibyśmy tam pogrzebać, no nie za bardzo. Gdzieś coś Henry zostawił? Ślady stóp?
There's a deep footprint in the mud. It looks quite fresh. Whom does it belong to?
No cóż to... A, świeży, dobra, to nie może być o Henry. Ale musimy iść szukać narzędzi. Jakichkolwiek. Te grabie? Nie mogę. Mały stolik.
Cans of paint and a tin with brushes lying on it. Only painter stuff, nothing else.
No nic tu nie ma. I to tak zupełnie nic. Poza tymi rzeczami, które może będziemy mogli dopiero zabrać, jak zdobędziemy klucz. Przed bramę to może nie. Ale za to do stajni. W stajni coś może być. Tylko co? No serio, nie mam pojęcia czego możemy chcieć, skoro coś takiego można gołymi łapami wyłowić. Maris?
Morris, do you have a moment?
Sure.
Okej, studnia.
Morris, have you boarded up the old well like I asked you to yesterday?
Not yet, sir. I'll do it today.
It should have been done yesterday. I'm surprised that Henry didn't fall into it.
Excuse me, sir?
You know well how I meant that. I want to see it secured today, or you can start looking for a new job. Is that clear?
Sure, I'll do it. You needn't shout at me, sir.
I have no idea what has gotten into me. Why did I yell at him like that?
Ja w ogóle nie mam pojęcia, dlaczego ty się tak panoszysz. Przecież dopiero że sam mówi, że zaraz wyjeżdża, a no, ma takie problemy. Tu no, to naprawić, to zabezpieczyć.
What do you think about what has happened to Henry?
It was to be expected. He drank way too much. I guess it had to end like this.
It sounds like you really don't care that it happened.
Well, we didn't exactly like each other, but I wish no ill will to anyone.
It was you who found him, right?
Yes, I needed something from the back garden, and as I was walking past, I noticed something floating in the fountain. I went closer to have a look, and he was totally tangled up in the weeds. I could see nothing except his coat.
Did you notice anything else?
No, I panicked, you see. I ran to the castle to get Bates to go have a look with me. I kept thinking I might have been confused and imagined it. But it really was Henry.
What happened next?
I rode into the village to get the detective. You know the rest.
So, Morris found Henry.
Okej, o sobie.
Were you in the stable yesterday?
Sure I was. Where else would I have been?
The lights were not on.
Well, maybe I wasn't. Why are you asking? Oh, I can see where you're coming from. You're thinking that maybe what happened to Henry might not have been an accident and that somebody might have helped him into that pot. I may be a drunkard and a saucebox, sir, but I'm no murderer.
No one is calling you a murderer, Morris. I was just asking.
All right, fair enough, sir. If Madam learns that you are starting to suspect me, I may as well go looking for a new job. There's not much work available in this neighborhood. And besides, who would want to hire a man with one leg that is almost completely lame?
I'm not accusing you of anything, Morris. At least not yet.
No, odcisk buta, no znaczy no...
I
To
took a
mógł być
look
każdy,
around the
tam
fountain.
każdy przełaził.
Sir, why would you bother with such a thing? Why not just leave it up to that detective?
Well, I can't help suspecting something's wrong about all of this. 2 unfortunate accidents in such a short time?
You said it, sir. They are accidents. Henry just got drunk as a stone, and this time his luck ran out.
Maybe. But never mind. I have come because of something else. I found a footprint in the mud by the fountain's rim.
But that's nothing strange. There must be lots of footprints there.
Well, this one is fresh and much deeper than the other ones. The person who left it there must have limped badly or been carrying something very heavy.
Are you suggesting it's mine? Well, why couldn't it be yours? It's mostly me who walks around the garden, and the footprint is probably from the morning I found him.
Maybe.
Sir, I told you I was home the whole evening. I've got no idea what happened that night.
How do you know that it was nighttime?
If I answer that now, could we stop returning to the subject?
We shall see.
I heard it from Dr. Herman when he was speaking with Collier.
What else were they talking about?
I was not really listening.
Przyczyna śmierci te
I just
sprawy.
overheard a couple sentences as I was walking by. Can I go now, sir?
All right. I'll ask Dr. Herman myself. Maybe I'm suspicious of him unnecessarily, but maybe not. I'll go see Dr. Herman and find out what he knows about that footprint.
A ja chcę
I will
klucz!
go then.
All right, sir.
Tu tylko po narzędzia przyszedłem. Których i tak nie dostanę.
Morris carried the hay sacks away in time before it started to rain.
No bo ktoś tu wykonuje swoją robotę w odróżnieniu od ciebie, Samuelu. Dobra, no to cóż, wróćmy jeszcze do środka, popytajmy resztę domowników. I czas będzie iść do doktora. Ale to już chyba w kolejnym odcinku. Piwnica jest otwarta.
The door is open. Someone must be down there.
No, ktoś najwyraźniej był. Ciekawe po co? Po ogórki?
Wine kegs full of quality red.
Co tu jeszcze może być? O, butla z gazem. Studnia.
This well is from the era when the castle was under siege. It was supposed to connect the castle with an underground system of corridors, but that's merely old hearsay. No one has ever seen those corridors. It's several tens of meters deep, but the water from it can't be drunk.
Tak było. Dobra, jest Bates. Ostrzy noże.
Bates,
Ile narzędzi.
Yes, sir?
Bates, can the fountain back in the garden be drained?
Yes, there is a big pump in the cellar. It controls the water flow for the whole castle. It is possible to adjust the water level. However, I do not think it is a good idea to drain it after what happened. And Detective Collier should probably be notified about it, sir.
I am merely considering all the alternatives. We have the right to find out what happened. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. In that case, it is probably best not to tell anyone. Is that what you meant, sir?
Very much so.
Okej, po kolei, Henry.
You said you were there when they dragged Henry out of the fountain.
Unfortunately, I was. The sight was terrible.
I have to tell you something. I feel responsible for what happened to him.
Why would you say something like that, sir?
Well, I ordered him to clean the fountain. He did not want to do it, but I insisted.
You mustn't think that way, sir. Surely, if he had not been drunk, nothing would have happened. And I actually heard Dr. Herman say that his death occurred sometime after midnight. It is not your fault. Certainly, he would not be cleaning it in the middle of the night.
I really hope so. Bates is probably right. Henry most likely fell in there by accident. Have you seen Robert today?
Yes, Sir Robert was reading the newspaper in the dining room this morning. If you would like to speak with him, I am sure you'll find him in his study.
I spoke to Collier. As you can imagine, he asked me a lot of curious questions. Tell me, what did he question you about?
Many things, but most of all, he was interested in the place where we found Henry. It was very unpleasant having to describe it all over again, sir.
Oh? Can you repeat to me what you told him?
I was afraid you would ask. Well, if I must. I was awakened by a sharp knock at the door of my room. Morris was shouting something about Henry. He seemed utterly confused, rapidly pouring out incoherent sentences. He wanted me to go with him to the back garden immediately. At that moment, I still had no inkling of what had transpired.
Did you go with him right to the fountain?
Yes, and only there did I realize what had happened. It took me a while to come to myself again, but then I went straight to the telephone.
What time was it?
It was about 6 in the morning. Collier and Dr. Herman arrived an hour later. That is all, sir. You know the rest.
Yes. Thanks for being so patient, Bates.
Dalej Herman.
When did Dr. Herman leave?
Half an hour ago. He took Henry's body to the old morgue.
Did he mention to anyone what he thought about all this?
He had a long conversation with the detective, but I have no idea what they were speaking about. I was so distraught, I was not really listening.
All right. That's all then, Bates. Body is in the old morgue then. What was Morris doing in the back garden so early in the morning? His work is in the stable, right?
Yes, but he sometimes helps with the gardening. Henry cannot do everything that needs to be done. I mean, he was not...
Bates, why don't you take the rest of the day off? You don't have to work under the circumstances.
No, sir. I do not want to just be sitting around brooding. I'd rather attend to my responsibilities. It helps take my mind off things.
I understand. I think I will go now.
I'll return to my work.
Na zaplecze. Zbiorniki.
They're full of clean water. The cellar is quite cold, so the water is always cool.
Always cool. Cóż tutaj, beczki, pompy.
It's empty. There's nothing in it.
No cóż, i w tym momencie może, moi drodzy, zakończymy, gdyż ten odcinek jest wystarczająco długi, abym sobie jeszcze na przykład obejrzał jakiś film na noc. Cóż, mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało. Zostawcie like, jeżeli tak. Zobaczenia w kolejnym odcinku. Kochani dzieci Boże. Siema.